I'm going to show you how simple it is to steal unencrypted data directly off your network. So I took my Twitter app from a previous video, and then I dropped it into my AWS account and gave it its own domain. So now if I go to this domain, it'll return a bunch of that fake data that I created and put into that fake data set. And what you'll see is I have this available via HTTP, and then we can also do the same thing via HTTPS. And so when it's HTTPS, we'll see that the connection is secure and you can go ahead and look at the certificate, whereas on the HTTP version, it's actually going to be unencrypted. Let me show you why that matters. So I've started up Wireshark and it's going to look at all the traffic on my network. And now, if I send an API call, and this time I'm going to try to log in to my unencrypted pathway, when I send that, it's responding to me telling me I didn't have the right info. But when we go into Wireshark, we can actually see my post request. And inside of my post request, you can see the user ID and the password that I'm trying to log in with. So this means that anyone that was listening to the network would be able to immediately steal those credentials and use them themselves. So obviously in this case, it wasn't a valid input, but if it was, it would be dangerous. And so I'll modify this and I'll change it to the HTTPS version. So now it's going to be sending these input data over an encrypted communication channel. And if I send that, we get the same response, but in Wireshark, there's no new data. So the encrypted communication wasn't picked up by Wireshark. It technically was, but it's not going to show it to me by default because it appears to be a bunch of jumbled characters. And so by removing that HTTP filter, we can actually go see an example of an HTTPS query. So here we'll see the protocol is TLS v1.2. That's going to be an encrypted HTTP communication path. And if you look at the data, it appears to be gibberish because it's already been encrypted, so it's safe during transportation. So today we covered why encryption matters. In the next video, we'll dive into how it's implemented. I'll see you there.